There is most definitely a reason why I chose this deck. And I feel like it's deception. I feel like it's deceitful sweetness. I feel like it's sweetness to cover up all that's happening behind the scenes. I feel like it's half-assed bullshit. I feel like there are select people in your life that you feel is either lying to you or they're trying to almost like, instead of lying, they skirt around what the truth really is, right? It's the white lies. It's the little things. And the little things always grow bigger and bigger and bigger until there's nothing left. And I was even watching this docu-series today about the website Ashley Madison, about how all of these married men, and yeah, majority of it was men, right? But even there, right, the majority of people who knew of that website, there was tons of like these women manipulators and these man manipulators and these weird creeps doing shit, like all sorts of weird shit under the bridge. You know what I mean? It's just weird to me that all these people could collectively get into a room together, and it's like you know how people try to say that like opposites attract. What I'm really thinking on this reading is that like two bad people does not equate a good person, right? Or two bad people does not equate a good deed, or even a good and a bad person doesn't equate a good deed. It's two good people that are going to be doing the best of the best of the best. It's the bad and the good one that is going to have problems because they're going to conflict, right? Because they're going to conflict because the good guy is always going to seek refuge under the bad guy's roofing, right? When they're down, because the good guy constantly helps bad guys and has learned to trust or put too much trust into the bad guys, right? Because they learned that bad guys are people too. But just because they're people, does that truly or really mean that this is something that can work for you on a span of like a marriage or on the span of like just a relationship in general? And the key is, I'm going to tell you something, it's a no, right? It's just a no. It's just no. And this even conflicts with the humans that you just involve in your surrounding. Like, this could be your boss, right? This could be your own family, right? There is so much good to do out there, right? And you do that good for other good people, right? While you can say, oh, someone's got done a bad hand, right? They've had a really bad life. But what have they done in response to that bad life? Have they made a ton of mistakes? Okay, warranted, they made a ton of mistakes, and a lot of people do. But after they made the mistakes, what did they try to do with themselves? Did they keep making mistakes? Are they still 40 years old, 45 years old? Are they still 30? Are they still 25? Are they still in a grown-ass like they're a grown-ass adult who is still making mistakes to this day? And it's horrible mistakes that can destroy, right? Destroy families, destroy people. And like I said, this could be cheating, this could be lying, this could be all sorts of like the gritty, nastier parts of life. And it's like you pulled this person up out the gutter. That's what I feel. Knight of Wands even shows you pulled a seeker. Like this person was seeking. They were seeking someone stable. They were looking for you. They were looking for someone like you collective. They were looking for somebody who had the energy, right? You have the energy, you have the aura, you have the money. If not the money, then you have the will or the need to survive on this feeling of giving, right? Because your whole life you've never been given to. And so instead of getting comfortable with the fact that, okay, you know, maybe I should find a partner who equally seizes like that type of attention from me, and like most definitely they like quell my thirst for like security, and like instead of trying to find a partner who matches you on that, you chose to refute that and say, I don't need a partner. What I need is someone who's easy to manipulate, or someone who's easy, someone who I can, you know, if they don't have the money at the end of the day, I can provide to them and use that as a weapon. Use my money or use my stability as a weapon. And even if you didn't intentionally do that, you might have said at the end of the day to this bum ass person that was a bum from the beginning, right? And there's no tricking your mind. There's no telling your heart or your mind that this person was not a bum. There was a bum, or they straight up was a piece of shit, right? And that's the thing. They straight up was a piece of shit. Instead of telling yourself, oh, this person's a piece of shit. You saw through the piece of shit and into a human's heart, right? And in reality, you created a lot of certain shit in your mind because the person had just compelling words, right? The words were compelling even though there was no action behind those words. They were used in command and demands, and like they pushed they talked louder, they just had a louder aura, or they're just arrogant. They're just loud, right? They spoke loud with their words, and the person, you know how they say, this just popped in my mind, and I feel like this is ironic. The person who speaks the loudest, like the loudest whistleblower, the person who yells and screams the loudest is actually the piece of shit in that situation. The person who like runs to defend themselves up against like people that they love. It's like not even like, I'm not talking about like defending yourself against something horrible and bad, because you got to do that, okay? You got to do that. You got to save face. But ego must die in the face of family. Ego should be gone, should get lost when you have children. Ego should no longer be in play, right? You should no longer care. You should care about yourself, most definitely, and your own health, just for your kids' sake, most definitely, right? But you should no longer care about other relationships. And hear me out, right? I'm not saying to let relationships fall, completely. I'm saying put them on the back burner and return to them for in times where you need, security, right? But most definitely make sure in all of that securing and soul seeking that you're making your children feel secure, or you're making the people who you consider to be your closest and your most loved, make sure you're still making them feel secure as well. People will never stop needing you, just like you will never stop needing them. That's key. But at the end of the day, when you don't need for nothing, right? You might want for something. You might want for a family. You might want for a girlfriend. You might want for a boyfriend. Those wants are only privy to somebody who has everything that they needed, right? And maybe you find everything that you needed through a person, right? Maybe you needed to hear the words, oh, I love you. Maybe you needed to feel the intimate and sexual connection that someone was giving you. But what you also did not need, maybe you wanted those things, but what you did not need was all this drama. What you did not need was all of this tension. What you did not need was to lower yourself down into a 6-foot grave. Basically, almost immediately, like resigning all of your confidence, all of your power to a person who knew nothing of what power was. You gave them a voice and they ran with that voice. Okay? And that's what I feel so strongly. I feel like this is a powerful group of women, particularly. Most definitely, it could be the fact that you let a man have your voice, or you're a man who allowed a woman, a dictator, a mother, a auntie, a grandmother, a girlfriend, a wife. You allowed a woman to run through your life, pick through your life so thoroughly. And this could be a spouse couple. Like, I could be talking about you, and I could be talking about your ex too. So keep that shit in mind. I could be talking about both of y'all at the same time. Y'all could have ran each other through. And let's be honest, a lot of the time, it takes two to tango, right? I was just thinking earlier, like, without even vocalizing it, I heard something I was in the background of hearing a conversation, right? And I was hearing these people talk. And it was like, well, you're the one who did this and did that. Like, I just heard like blame, right? It's like, well, okay, so you're at fault. You're the reason why this is wrong. You're the reason why this relationship, why everything is wrong. I heard one person taking the fall for that. When one person can make a lot of mistakes and fuck, your whole life up just based on their own actions, you should have had your life already together prior to meeting the motherfucker, and then you would have packed your bags and left. But you didn't. You did not have your life right. And that's one thing you can say you regret, is that you did not have your life right enough to not instill your trust into somebody who you did not know. First of all, you knew what type of character they was. just based on them discussing even just slightly past experiences or exes or something like that. Like they talk about the significance of exes coming back, like having a resurgence of exes who came back and talked in this person's ear and did this and did that, and they were almost inclined to believe the ex type shit. Or the person's family came in their ear and started talking, and they believed the family over you, over your word. There was no trust. There was never trust built. There was all lies, no trust. All lies. All things that you told yourself to make yourself feel, satisfied. Like I said, because it's been you this whole time making yourself feel satisfied. That's what it's been. The hangman in reverse. It's always been you in your life making yourself feel satisfied. You being your own emperor. You being your own king or queen. You being your own individual that has always been slept on, right? No matter what you did, no matter what achievement that you built, right? Instead of taking like a person who maybe even like, they gave you that attention, they gave you that needy side again, that childish side, that goofy side, like where you could be playful. Well, I used to be playful with my ex-husband, but then or I used to be playful with my wifey, and like, that's not the shit I'm talking about. It's not a used to be. It's not a used to be. Okay? That person will be your best friend forever, right? Or they will be your worst enemy. That's what you gotta know. They will be your best friend forever, or they will betray your trust, and you can choose to heal and grow from the situation, or you can choose to stay stuck. Okay? Stay stuck, stupid. That's what I heard in my head was, it's not like stay with stupid, and stay stuck, stupid. Like, I don't know if somebody's feeling dumb for how much they put up with, but I can understand that. I can understand how putting so much on the line, you thought you entrusted yourself, your body, your mind, your soul, your heart, your everything to a person who is never going to be readily available for that. The Hermit. You might have been dealing with a Virgo. You might have been dealing with Scorpio. You might have been dealing with a Pisces. Okay. Could have also been dealing with a Gemini. I feel that very strongly. I feel Gemini very strongly. I think because the air signs, right, and particularly Gemini, there's always this double standard. Where you're not only meant to be this partner in romance, but you're also meant to be this person's business. Like, they've invested in you, right? And if you show them one thing that they dislike, they're turned off from you. They turn away from you. They abandon you, right? Which is triggering to a lot of people. It's like, okay, so I was everything to you. And the moment that I slip up, and slip up does not mean cheat. I'm not talking about, we are excluding cheating from that type of situation. Slip up would be maybe re-triggering, somebody. Re-triggering someone's trauma by saying something. Maybe it's like bringing up someone's insecurities. Maybe you throw something in someone's face just one time, and then they just never let it down, right? Or maybe you call someone out on their behaviors, and they get so offended and so hurt. They just never let it down. And that's where Gemini's at. I'm going to let you know that. Knight of Wands. They blind. They so fucking blind. King of Swords in a reverse is like somebody who basically, like, it's, okay, you could be this person's, like, you could be this person's friend, right? You could be their best friend, in fact. You could be the person who's closest to them. And just as naive, this person's so naive, right, that they wouldn't see you swiping their credit card. And I'm not suggesting you do that. They wouldn't see you literally stabbing them in the back. Like, you could flip a switch in a second on this person and stab that bitch, and they wouldn't even fucking notice that shit. Just like they're so naive to your emotions and feelings, meaning you're hurt, you're feeling horrible, you having a bad day, or they're doing something intentional. You feel that they're doing something intentional. You feel it, even if it's subconscious, right? You feel that they have bad intentions. It's like nothing in your life has been more compelling than your own intuition and your own feelings. And then this person constantly makes you question that, because they'll be like, no, I don't feel that way. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, babe, I don't know what you're talking about. And like, you feel their hatred. You feel their utter disgust for you. You feel that they're sizing you up, ready to fight you, ready to hurt you, right? You feel them treating you like a child. And that's the most painful situation of them all. To be somebody's equal, or to want to be someone's equal so badly. To want to compose yourself, to settle yourself, and to see past this person's bad, horrible traits or their unhealed traits. It's like you have no luck with it. No luck in love is what I picked up on. Or I also picked up on Fifth Amendment, and I keep picking up on the fifth. Plead the fifth, plead the fifth, plead the fifth. Maybe someone doesn't want to say something, because if they say something, that makes it real. Or if they say something, they're really gonna hurt you. Like, I genuinely mean that this person, like, the reason why they hold their tongue so much, or they bite their tongue off, basically, is because they want to say something. They want to say something that will hurt you. It will hurt your feelings. It will destroy you. They want to destroy you. And that's the worst part of it. I keep picking up on, like, I want to say, like, educating somebody. They talk about, like, this person has only ever educated you or taught you how to be disrespectful. They've never taught you how to lean into your skills, lean into your luck, to love yourself. And even when they tell you to do something, it feels lackluster. Even when they tell you to go after your dreams and chase your shit, you know it's not real. You know they're saying that because they're seeing proceeds off of what you do. Or you know they're saying that because, like, this person's expected, like, it gets you off their back. They bullshit you. You feel that, right? You feel that. It's like, even with the accomplishments that you made, like, you don't feel accomplished. You feel that you're talking to a stranger. And you also feel that this person is jealous. Like, they've put you in so many compromising positions, and this is where it's at, you know. And you have yet to draw the line, because you don't really know how to draw the line. You don't know if, like I said, if you're safe. Nine of Pentacles, it's like, this is mine. Why do you try to take what's mine? Why do you try to rule what's mine? Why do you try to control what's mine? What's mine is not yours. We don't share the same gift, the same tools, the same intuition. And even if we have the same blood, you will never be like me. Even if we have similar qualities, you will never be like me. Even if we're the same sign, or we're sisters, or we're brothers, you will never be like me. You won't. You just won't. And it's this day and age that you gotta learn that, you know, no matter what, you should be yourself. No matter what, you should choose to shine brightly. I can never be that torch for you. I can never be your blessing. Okay? I gotta bless myself. I gotta ease my own stress. Cause today, like, you know, I'm trying to hit the bag. Or I'm trying to see my own succession. And have success in my life. And give birth to success. To my family's success. And by family, it don't gotta be the ones that are on this planet now. It's the ones that have yet to be born. Right? Talk bad. Talk your shit. Okay? Talk your shit. Okay? And walk around with that grumpy ass, nasty ass look on your face, or with the tears rolling down your cheeks, or walk around with that nasty motherfucking dirty ass attitude, and spread that to the outside world. And see who comes back as someone who loves you or truly respects you. Cause I'm going to tell you something right now. It's going to ring true to that nobody. You know, nobody except for negative ass motherfuckers feels some type of way about you. Okay. They know, even those stupid ass motherfuckers, or those bad ass motherfuckers, They know how dirty you are. Okay? And you stay dirty. You stay standing on the soapbox, preaching like you know something. Or you stay standing in ego. Because that will keep you away from your family. That will keep you away from those you love. That will keep you away from your own children. Ego must die. In order for anything like love to manifest. True love. I mean true love. Not attachment. Not attaching to something you got comfortable with or something that you know or something you feel protected by. I'm talking love. You will never, ever, 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 ever truly love somebody until you rid yourself of ego. Like Kendrick Lamar said in his latest album, ego must die, right? That's the true devil. That's the real devil. Humanity is the real devil, or are the traits that we can spin and misconstrue and tie around other people's necks. That is the devil. Okay, that is the devil. That is what they mean. That's what they talk about. The devil and God both have humanistic traits. Okay, God can be the devil. The devil can be God. All right. I hate being all preaching and shit like that because I really don't believe in God. I don't believe in the devil, but I feel that there's this connection there where I'm talking to people who believe. I feel y'all's belief, and I also feel y'all's belief in what I'm saying, and I feel y'all's fear in what I'm saying too, and that I've been living too much in my ego. Okay, ego must die so karma can return. That's what oh my God, Kendrick Lamar, y'all. Okay, karma. Okay, he said, ego must die. I think he says, so karma can return. And then he starts releasing himself. And I release myself from and I release myself from this, and release myself from that, and release myself from this person and that person, this situation, that situation, this money, this lifestyle, this and this and that. He talks about how much he releases out of his life. And how all of those things influence these bad or negative, nasty ass sides to him. And they don't even gotta be people too. Could be ideals. Just ideas, straight up. But until ego dies, the devil will always live in your life. That's what I feel. And ego has everything to do with the reason why you can't be loved right now or can't be in a romantic relationship. It's ego. It's your ego. It's yours. It's not this other person that was triggering or causing you to stick and stay in something nasty. It's your own ego. It's yours.